So you want some big, powerful traps, huh? Well, you're in the right place. I'm gonna show you exactly how to achieve that pretty damn fast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Maverick here. I hope you all are having an awesome day so far. So traps. Traps are those diamond-shaped muscles on the top of your back, and they connect your neck to your shoulder, and if you get them big enough, they make it look like another human is virtually coming out of you, right? Well, there's actually 3 sections to the traps: the superior, the transverse, and the inferior. And today we're gonna focus on the top 2, so the superior and the transverse, because those are the ones that are gonna give you the most mass and give you that more popping, more muscular look. So let's not waste any more time and get into exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 is face pulls. So you may or may not know what face pulls are, but to do face pulls, what you want to do is get a rope and put it on the cable machine. And the nice thing about face pulls is you can actually change the angle and change the height to manipulate what part of your traps you're going to be targeting. If you put it lower, then you're going to be targeting more of the superior segment of your traps. If you put it higher, then you can either target the transverse or the inferior. Grab the rope, then you take a few steps back so you have constant tension pulling away from you. Then you actually want to protract your scapula. What that means is you let the weight actually pull your shoulders forward. You should feel a nice stretch all the way through from your traps to your shoulders. And then you just pull the rope towards you, separating at your face and squeezing at the top and holding it there for a second. Then you slowly let the weight pull back forward in front of you and get a nice stretch all throughout your muscle fibers. This is great because not only do you have constant tension on those muscle fibers, but also you get a nice stretch, allowing more blood to be pushed in there before each contraction, and then you just pump more blood as much as you possibly can, and you can really break apart those muscle fibers, making them build back bigger and stronger with proteins. And that's another thing I should mention. None of this means anything if you don't have proper nutrition. You want to be taking in at least 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight that you have each and every day. Of course, whole foods are the best, and I know that's difficult though sometimes, so what you can do is actually take in protein shakes. And we're lucky enough to have a protein and supplement sponsor for today's video, so shout out to bodybuilding.com's signature series. I've been using this lately. This is a chocolate whey protein. Absolutely love this stuff. 25 grams of fast absorbing protein per scoop, so I just pound 2 scoops of this with some milk after each and every workout, and I don't even have to worry about stuffing my face with a meal when I'm not even hungry for it and don't have time to cook. And the one other supplement that I take is just these CLA pills. They have all the vitamins and nutrients you need to maintain your muscle, and it's really vital for recovery actually, so you can recover and get back to it the next day. So guys, I'll put the link to both of these in the description below. Go check it out, guys, because this is really gonna help. Working out but then not having the right nutrition is like building a house on sand. It's just gonna crumble and nothing's gonna work out. All right, the next exercise is reverse flies. So we talk about flies for building up your chest, right? You have this adduction motion where you bring your palms together out in front of you, but reverse flies is just the opposite of that. Instead of contracting, your chest muscles out in front of you, you're contracting your traps and your rear delts behind you. To do this, all you do is grab 2 lightweight dumbbells. You have to go kind of light because you don't have much leverage and you're not gonna have any momentum swinging into the weight. Sit on a bench and lean forward. Keep your elbows at about a 180-degree angle and don't move them. You don't want any movement in your elbow joints. Then you just go from a protraction motion to a retraction motion. So you let your shoulders kind of fall forward so you get a nice stretch in here, and then when you bring them up, you retract your scapula, your shoulder blade back, and then you squeeze all those muscle fibers in your traps and your rear delts. Hold it there for a second and then slowly stretch back down and do it over again. You gotta go pretty light, so I recommend 4 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. You're definitely gonna feel it. All right, and that brings us to our final exercise, and probably the most common, but one of the most effective, and that's dumbbell shrugs. All right, so to do a dumbbell shrug, you just grab 2 dumbbells, 1 in each hand, of a pretty moderate to heavy weight. So probably 60 to 70% of your 1 max repetition, because we're gonna do 6 to 10 reps of this. You want the weights right next to your side, no leaning forward or no leaning backward. You want them right next to your center of gravity. This is a simple exercise. It's depression to elevation. So you let the weight pull your arms downward, and what that's doing is depressing your scapula, your shoulder blade. It's pulling it down. So you depress and then you elevate. You bring your traps as high as you can, squeezing those trapezius muscles as hard as you can the whole way through, nice and slow. I love using dumbbells for this because you completely isolate each trap. If you use a barbell, then it's possible to kind of favor one side where one side's doing more work than the other. No chance of that if you're using dumbbells. So go nice and slow, squeeze at the top, feel the burn. Do 4 sets of 6 to 10 repetitions because you can go heavier with this exercise and you're definitely gonna be feeling the tightness and feeling the pump in your traps afterwards. So that's it, guys. Those are my top 3 trap exercises. Give them a try, work them into your shoulder or back day, and you're definitely gonna see some gains in a short period of time. Go check out bodybuilding.com's signature series, guys. Protein and diet is super, super important when it comes to putting on sufficient muscle mass. I'll leave the link to exactly what I use in the description below. Go check it out. If you haven't already, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and until next time, peace out.